Hi guys, welcome back for another video. Today I am going to do the common Filipino tag. That's not a common video out there, it's a common white girl tag, but honestly, can you tell I'm not a white girl? So I'm going to do the common Filipino tag. It's kind of the same questions, but a lot of the questions, or some of the questions in here are geared more relevant to Filipinos and would understand. Question number 1, have you ever eaten balut? Okay, so what balut is, it is an actual duck. So please don't get grossed out. It's an actual duck embryo that has been boiled or like been cooked alive, so that when you snap it or when you crack it open, there's an actual duck in there, like the beaks and the feathers and just everything. And I know some people might not, but that's just a Filipino thing. Yes, we do eat that, but have I ever eaten it? Yes, I have. Do I like it? No, I don't. Number 2, when was the last time you were in the Philippines? I would say 2011. It was a gift for me for graduating college. Yay! And that is where Luis went with us because we were engaged at that time, and we went wedding shopping. What is your favorite Filipino dish? Honestly, it is hard to just choose one. Dessert would probably have to be, dessert. I think dessert would have to be sapin. My mom is just amazing at cooking that, sapin. And I bet you after this video I'm gonna want to change my answer because I can't think of one right now. But sapin is one of my favorite. It's in different layers, purple, yellow, and white. And my favorite layer is the yellow, which is my mom puts jackfruit, and that's my favorite layer. And a dish would have to be mongo. Mongo is just a mung beans type of dish. It's almost like, I don't even know how to describe it. I'm just gonna have to insert a photo, but it's my favorite. Number 4 is what household item best represents the Filipino culture, and to me, I think it would be the chinelas, and that could be Spanish too, but in the Philippines we call it chinelas, and it's in English it's just slippers. It could be house slippers, or it could be slippers you use to spank your kids. But chinelas really reminds me of my parents, because in our house back at home, they cannot walk on the floor without their chinelas. And I used to have that tendency, but I broke it. So, number 5, do you speak Tagalog? And Tagalog is probably a known dialect, I think, in the Philippines. But honestly, in the Philippines, they've got plenty of dialects over there. But Tagalog is my language, or my parents' language. And I used to, speak it really well, as I was told when I was little, but now it's just like, no, I'm having a hard time teaching my kids. I'm leaving it up to my parents to teach them Tagalog, but my parents talk to me in Tagalog all the time. I can understand completely. It's just the responding back has always been in English. Number 6, where is your family from? My mom is from Tarlac, which is a province in the Philippines, like the suburbs. And then my dad, he's from Manila, which is the city. So my dad is a city guy and my mom is a country girl. Number 7, do you like karaoke? I did grow up singing karaoke because my mom, she loves to sing, and they have that at all the parties, but now I just don't anymore. And number 8, how many times did you go to the mall in the Philippines? Honestly, that is just the life over there. I noticed that if you're not at home, you're out shopping anywhere, whether it's the mall or somewhere, but in the Philippines, when we were there, we went to the mall all the time because it had the best AC. And if you're not in the mall, honestly, you want to be like in a freezer because it's so hot over there. Compared to life here, honestly, I don't go to the mall at all. We have one. And I think even if I lived in a bigger city here in America, honestly wouldn't be at the mall a lot as much I would be in the Philippines. Number 9, do you buy Starbucks? No, the last time I had Starbucks was last winter, and the only thing I wanted to get was a little tiny baby cup of mint hot chocolate. Number 10, Mcdo or Jollibee? I would have to say Jollibee because I am just obsessed with the Filipino spaghetti. And here in America, you don't get spaghetti at McDonald's, but only in the Philippines you can get spaghetti at McDonald's. 11, favorite local makeup. I would have to say if they had local makeup in the Philippines, the only thing I have that my parents gave me when they went to the Philippines is the Dream Girl BB cream right here. It's a little bit light, so I only use it once in a while, but so far I think it's a really good BB cream. Are you 100% Filipino? No, I am not. My dad is not 100%. He is also part Chinese, but my mom, I think she said she's 100%, but my dad isn't. So in there I have Chinese blood in me. So that's all I can say. I honestly don't ask my parents much, but they said no, I'm not 100%. Do you call your parents nanay or tatay or mom and dad? I call my parents mom and dad. When I talk to my grandma and grandpa, I call them mama and papa. And that started ever since I was little. I started calling them mama and papa. And I'm the oldest grandchild. And ever since then, all the grandkids after me, they all call my grandparents mama and papa. And my kids call my parents mama and papa. So I don't know if it's a Filipino thing, but in my family, it seems like a Filipino thing. Next question, do you go to private or public school? Now, I went to public school all the way up until high school, and then after that in college, I went to private school. But I know in the Philippines, a lot of them are private school, and sometimes when I was in the Philippines, I wished sometimes I knew what it was like to wear like a uniform every day, and just I'd want to know what it was like, you know, learning in the Philippines. But in the Philippines, I would have loved to go to private school. 15, do you wear makeup outside? My go-to makeup all day, probably mostly every day, would have to be BB cream. How many selfies do you take? Honestly, if I look at my phone, it's not of my face, it's of my kid's face, so I don't take a lot of selfies, sorry. Are you active on Facebook or Twitter? I am definitely active on Facebook, so don't forget to look at the links down below and you can add me. Number 18, favorite Filipino song. Honestly, growing up, of course, I think a lot of Filipinos would have to say the song, the Pagdating ng panahon. It's like when the weather comes or something like that, but that's just a common Filipino song that I've heard all the time. It's sung on karaoke so much, but I would have to say my favorite Filipino song is either Ocho Ocho or the Spaghetti song. How many followers on Instagram do you have and how many pictures? I'm gonna check right now. I have 329 followers and 1,224 pictures. So again, my links will be down below, so don't forget to follow me. Number 20, how do you like to style your hair? My top 3 hairstyles are, you know, just a quick, just messy bun. And here's another one. This is how I like to curl my hair. And my number 3 go-to mommy curling and no heat method would be to braid my hair at night so that the next day it's curly. So that's it for today's tag. I hope you guys enjoyed this common Filipino tag. You also got to know more about me and probably a little bit of my culture here and there. I'm gonna tag all of my Filipino YouTube friends, so don't forget to check the list down below, and the questions will also be down there. So don't forget to subscribe and give this video a thumbs up, and see you guys next time. Bye!
You're so handsome. I think I do have chubby cheeks. Yeah.